All access.
All access.
All access St. Thomas.
Good day, viewers, and welcome to another episode of All Access St. Thomas. Today, we'll be visiting the community of Bath, but first, we'll be joined with my lovely co-host and Mr. Wilson at the Superior Farm Store and Garden Center in Morant Bay.
Hello, here again with All Access St. Thomas. I'm Rhea J with Mr. Wilson here from Superior Farm and Garden Center at 3 Miramar Drive in Morant Bay. So, Mr. Wilson,
Yes.
in a nutshell, what can you tell us about Superior Farm and Garden Center?
Okay, we're a farm store. What we do is to sell just about all farm product. We also sell animal feeds as well as baby chick. As a matter of fact, what we try to do is to ensure that we have as much product as possible, as far a range of product as possible. So wherever you're coming from, we want to ensure that we can supply you with just about everything.
Okay. So, when and how did you come up with the concept of starting this business?
In a sense, the farm store business is a coincidence.
Oh.
I've always wanted to do a second business while I was working. Okay, I used to work as an accountant.
Oh, okay.
Right, so and I've worked with several organizations. But while doing so, I just wanted to do a small business on the side. So I've always been looking around for something. And then I came across this establishment. There was a farm store here before. Rockadam, it's a well-known name.
Yes, that's the name I was, this morning when coming in the taxi, they referred it to the previous name.
Right, so apparently something went down. There's some challenges with the farmer owner. And so it was closed, and I just walked. I came across it the day and I saw the gentleman, Mr. Grant.
Yes.
And I told him that I was interested in this place because he said it was up for rent. And I just by saying, I just said to him that, whenever you're ready, just call me and I'll be ready. But I didn't even have a sense when he called me. He just came to my house one Wednesday morning and said, "You remember the discussion that we had?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "Well, I'm ready to do business now." And he just took me by surprise. And I went back. I just went in and I said to my wife that, "Look here, Mr. Grant is actually renting the building." And as a matter of fact, there was stuff inside here because it was closed. So there were some products inside here. And I said, "What should we do?" And she said, "Well, I'm not even sure because I didn't have the phone." I said, "Look here, I'm not going to allow it to pass because this is something I've always wanted." And hence,
Is it in particular that you've always wanted just to be able to do a business, or is it that this one presented itself as a better opportunity at the time?
At the time, it was an opportunity because there was, as a matter of fact, I tried to do I wanted to do used parts.
Okay.
Because I figured it was a lucrative business, and so I was kind of looking in that direction. So the fact that this opportunity came, I just decided to try.
Okay. Okay, so what are the challenges that you have faced since starting this business?
To be honest, we started out very, very, very small. Initially, it was finance was a problem for small business though.
Yes.
But I actually got a small loan at the PC bank back then, and that's where I actually started off. And secondly, I figured to get good work, believe it or not, it may sound, as if it's not factual, but it's true, to get really trusted people to work around you. I recognize that most of the people you tend to get inside, if there's not a hustling on the side, it's not it's not something to look forward
yes,
to.
I've heard of businesses like this having those kinds of challenges with workers. So, aside from the challenges, what would you say are your proudest moments?
Maybe about 3 years ago, I gave up full-time job and decided that I really want to take on this because I've spent hours working for other people, and I decided that I want to come here and work full-time you know. And since I've been here, I realize that the potential are very great. It's a very competitive business because in Morton alone, maybe we have about 4 farm stores, so you can understand.
I was just going to ask how
it's competitive business.
Yeah, how is it, you know, that you manage to either stay ahead or, you know, be able to compete equally with other farm stores?
There are maybe 2-3 factors. I'm personally here in the business. It makes a whole lot of difference.
Agreed.
Number 2, I interact with my customers. Whenever they walk through the door, they need information. I give them information. In addition to that, if there needs to be, I walk on their farm to see exactly what is happening. And with the organization that I buy the products from, they also offer services. And so when I'm not too sure, I call on them to come in to give their expert advice.
That's great.
Secondly, especially for a lot of my customers for feed are taxi drivers. No, you know the taxi men don't wait.
No, they
so
don't.
Once they walk inside, even if they're at the back of the line, they want to be served first.
True.
And so we can organize a service to say as they walk in, ensure that they are served.
So what makes Superior Farm and Garden Center unique?
We make the difference. I think what we do is to ensure that we have satisfied customers and efficiency. You walk inside here and you're spending your dollar. We count every cent. So the moment you walk inside here, we don't try to rush you to get you outside here in that sense. We try to ensure that you're informed, and possibly if you want hands-on assistance, we're there to assist you.
Okay, so you would say that the relationship between you and your customers would be a unique asset to shopping at Superior Farm and Garden Center.
That's correct.
Okay, so are you hoping that maybe you will have, I don't know, possibly children or members of your family to take over after at some point?
This is, well, my daughter, if she has the interest, because I figure, I mean, I have 2 children. As a matter of fact, let's put it this way. As a business, it's a partnership between my wife and myself.
Okay.
Right, so so I have 2 children, and so the bigger of the 2, she more look like she, you know, at least she'll spend some time here.
Okay.
To assist. I mean, that is something to come, and that's really up to them.
One of the things about doing All Access St. Thomas is how businesses are impacted and how businesses impact upon the parish. What would you say is the impact of the growth of Superior Farm and Center in the parish?
What I do, I allow for students who want to do working experience. I open my door to them. Alright?
Okay.
So I mean that's gaining experience. And I have 1 or 2 like students who pass by and request whether or not there is any summer job available. I give them an opportunity. And their time with NYS and NIS, they have programs which allow people to get experience. So I don't deny them. So I allow them to come in and get the relative experience that is needed.
My dad does that
so
also.
I try to along that line. And I mean, where schools and so forth, they require donation. Doesn't matter how small, but I try to assist in whatever activities they have.
Okay. Do you have any plans to expand?
As it is, I think about it and I really want to.
Okay. So the next question is though then, if you get the opportunity, would you?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
I would.
Okay. So tell the people, to finish off, sir, why should people shop at Superior Farm Center?
Okay, in terms of service, let's say they need large volumes of feed, etc. We try to deliver, and if I buy feed on a weekly basis, and if so be that they are in the way of transportation, they get free delivery.
Okay.
Based on the volume, right? So those are some of the things that we try to ensure. And if the product is scarce, we try our utmost best to get it from wherever. It may be a little bit more expensive, but we want to ensure that it is around.
Okay, so Now we're going to ask Mr. Wilson to please give us a short tour of his store and maybe show us some of the products and what they're used for. Here again, All Access St. Thomas with Mr. Wilson here at Superior Farm Center, and we are going to show you the products here at this farm store at 3 Miramar Drive, by the way. Please remember the address. Mr. Wilson?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. What we do, we sell baby chicks, and they are day-old chicks. We get them on a Monday and Mondays and Thursdays. But we also want to hold it here because sometimes people, not all the customers like the day-old. Some wanted 2 days, 3 days, as a matter of fact, sometimes 2 weeks. So what we do, we have the hole in here for them, which we actually brew them, and so we'll have them, we feed them, medicate them, just about everything for our customers. Melon, cucumber, carrots, okra, and we carry different brands because there's a wide variety of seeds on the market, right? And so we try to, as best as possible, to carry a wide section of these seeds.
So there you have it, Mr. Wilson giving us his insight on what he thinks can happen as it relates to the expansion of the agricultural industry here in St. Thomas. And of course, he gave us a wonderful tour of Superior Farm and Garden Center. Mr. Wilson, we very much appreciate you accommodating us here and you know, being so open to show us your business and give us some insight on what are your views on this topic.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
We're out. All Access St. Thomas. See you soon.
All Access St. Thomas here again in the community of Bath, and we'll be visiting the Bath Botanical Gardens and the Bath Fountain. Come with us as we explore this wonderful community.
Welcome back to All Access St. Thomas. We are here at the Bath Botanical Gardens and we're about to take a small tour to see what's inside.
Let's go! Bath Courthouse was built in 1747 under the supervision of the Honorable Charles Pierce, Peter Valet, and Williams Forbes. The design was Georgian built with brick ground floor and timber upper floor. It also housed the police station. The courthouse served the town and environs, made popular by the Bath Mineral Spa, to which the plantocracy came to take the water.
Botanical Garden was established in 1779 as a result of the statute of the Jamaica House Assembly. It is believed to be the second oldest in the Western Hemisphere. The oldest is in the island of St. Vincent and was established in 1755. The garden was supervised by a superintendent. The first was Dr. Thomas Clark, who at the time of his appointment was a physician at the Bath Hospital. Later, the garden and the hospital came under the care of Dr. Thomas Dancer, the then island botanist. The creation of the garden resulted in the introduction of foreign plants into the island, some of which were subsequently planted elsewhere in the country, as the garden served as a nursery. These included cinnamon, jackfruit, croton, jacaranda, and bougainvillea. However, the most important plant introduced was the breadfruit, which has become a Jamaican staple. Some of these plants were brought to Jamaica by Captain Bligh in 1793.
And I said, smile, girl, smile. Hey, smile for me, Jamaica. Never you cry. Here am I, girl. I'm here for you.
All Access St. Thomas here again at the Bath Fountain, and now we are going to go on a journey up to the fountain itself. Rhea, you ready?
Ready.
Let's go.
Sweet chronics, you fi give them. The one drop beat pan a rhythm. Are you give them bob with a different step in? Are you give them bolt, nobody can run left him. Boy, but see ya, them must see things say you're out of ideas. You give them art and sweet literature. You gonna make the world see the better picture. I said no worry yourself, mama. Chronic mix is here to your help, mama. Hey, I said no worry yourself, mommy. One thing me I beg you do. And I said smile, yeah, smile, boy. Smile for me, Jamaica. And I said smile, girl, smile.
So here at the bath fountain, this here is the massage bed. Yes, it's a bit rocky, but it's perfect.
Here we have a hot water spring, and they said that the water here is used on the massage bed to get rid of whatever ailments you might have. It's pretty hot.
Yes. There's also a green substance you can see coming from the spring in the bath fountain. Apparently it has minerals that has health benefits. So they use that and make what I would say is a mask, face and body mask, which they also use while doing the massaging. They have created a shower effect with the warm water, and trust me, that is hot. Hot, hot, hot. I can move it away, I can...
This water didn't affect the massage. We affect the massage because you feel the pain in the joint.
Okay.
If you have life, if you have nuts in your body, I give you a deep tissue massage.
Oh. And what may I ask is the green mask
No,
used
that's
for?
Yes. You can't take it off. That's having limestone, mineral and sulfur. That is what the hot water farm.
Oh, limestone and sulfur.
Yeah, you can pull it in there. You can't just put it back and look in it.
Okay.
You can go right tonight, man, right tonight. Yeah.
So here we have the mask, limestone and sulfur.
Why you can't take that?
See,
It has a sort of pasty, you know,
Yeah.
and you apply it like a mask to your skin.
Detox the body, don't allergy to skin. Like good for like rash.
Oh,
Yeah. If you have eczema, you mix it with like aloe vera and a little blue and put it on and like it feel it dry. When it's dry, you feel like it really like it.
understood.
So you find it working.
Yes.
As soon as you don't feel that you're bad, that you know there's nothing in your body to come out.
Oh, understood.
That's it. Bang.
There you have it, folks.
My name is Ian Brown, they call me Baba, but it's best you come and ask Ian because the other 2 guys here named Baba, so you won't find it that way. Contact me the best way, 421-6046, that's my number. Call it any time of day or night, any hours, any day, any time.
So you hear the elder folks, link him up if you want a proper massage.
How are you enjoying the match so far?
Well, obviously it's a good one for me, even though Bart get a few chances that we should make use of, but nevertheless, they are going to get 3 points. So hopefully, we've got to work out a way for them to get a 3 points.
So here in the Bath community, is there any other activity that Bath community participates in?
Actually, the guys do play cricket and stuff like that. But I mean, it's a season for everything. So now, actually, it's a football season. Yeah. So they're going to a football phase now. So it's the season for it.
Alright. So would you say that you're an avid follower of Bath community football team?
Yes,
Is it
basically.
both the home and away matches?
Yes, and cross zone.
Cross zone.
Yeah. So now it's a cross zone.
Okay. Alright. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
All Access team here today, and we've just concluded a very, informative and fun day. Wouldn't you say, Ian?
I would definitely agree with that because we started out in the farm store, Superior Farm Store.
Yes, and Mr. Wilson definitely gave us a good interview and a good insight of, the agricultural industry and what his views are as it relates to St. Thomas growing in that sector.
Down to the Botanical Gardens.
Yes.
And fountain.
The fountain was also fun, even though it was a bit hot with the hot water down there, but definitely also fun and informative. And after Bath Fountain, we managed to pass a football game here at Bath. It was, I'm not sure who they were playing, but it is the St. Thomas Major League. Artists? Okay, and that was actually quite fun. Nearly get slapped out the balls too, but me make a proper dodge and miss it. See my laugh. And on that note, we'll see you next week or next time for another episode of All Access St. Thomas.
See ya.